Let's rev it up! Because I am sure hungry for one. Help! Help!
What's up, guys? It's Dirty Yugi from Dirty Yugi and the Boys, and today we have
Brandon Stoltz.
What'd you do?
We got first place at the 3v3 case tournament.
What deck did you play?
I played Phantom Knights.
All right. And what made you want to play Phantom Knights? Oh, we got a dog in this thing?
That's crazy. Okay, anyways, I'm really comfortable with it. It's a deck I've been playing for a while. I think I have good experience with it, and I've kind of fine-tuned it to play the way I want it to play.
Yep.
And it's super consistent. I felt like it was...
And we're back. Sorry, we had a minor distraction.
So anyways, yeah, I felt like it was a good deck for a somewhat longer tournament, playing lots of rounds. It's really consistent, so I never really worried about bricking. I felt like every single game I could at least play.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't like the best play of the deck, I still had a lot of plays, so I was happy about that.
All right, let's get into it.
Sure. So ratio really hasn't changed much. Play 3 Torn Scales, 3 of the boots, 2 this, 1 that. I think this ratio is good. I don't play Greaves anymore. I don't think that card's necessary, and it's kind of a brick in some cases. As far as like playing 3 Cloak, I don't think that's necessary. It's not really a card I want to draw, and there's a lot of ways to send it. The only reason I play 2 is just because it helps in grind game. It's a really good one to have in late game. Same thing with the gloves. Pretty similar, but again, I just didn't feel like any more was necessary. So
there's like a glare right.
All good. Yep, we'll remember that. So yeah, those are the Phantom Knights that we play. Again, I think that's a good ratio. I wouldn't really change it right now. It's been working well for me. And then for the best card in the deck, 3 Tour Guide. I remember there was a profile I did a while back where I wasn't playing this card, and I was just wrong. I think my reasoning was it's like susceptible to hand traps, but having a card in your deck that allows you to just have one single card and go into your full combo, it's just too valuable, and it's worth like running into the occasional hand trap. And also I tried to play cards to like protect it.
I noticed that they're not real rarities.
Yeah, they're fakes. They're counterfeit cards.
Because no one would obviously play those gold rares.
No one in their right mind. And then yeah, for the level 3 extenders, played 2 Kagamucha Knight. Yes, it goes well with Tour Guide, but at the same time, this is kind of helpful because it can prevent you from losing to just single spot removal. So if, like, let's say you normal summon a Torn Scales and you don't have any other, like you don't have the Kagamucha Knight or a Danger or something like that, they can just remove the Torn Scales in some way, shape, or form, and then you just can't play. Like, that just stops your turn in a lot of instances. So playing cards like this, it helps get a level 3 on there, and then if I have any sort of level 3 extender along with it, I can just do my regular combo. And then, yeah, I had a spoiler, playing 2 of the Dangers. I would definitely play more if they were higher. This is nice because it doesn't rely on you having a monster on the field, which a lot of the extenders do. And they draw cards, which is really cool. And then for the Psychics, play 2 of this, 1 of this. I was playing a lot higher of a count a while ago, but I decided to cut these down a little bit just for utility cards and hand traps. The ratio is this way because the tracker is bigger than the wielder, so I decided to play 2 of that one. And also you want to play the different ones just so that you don't have like too many clumpy hands. And then now for the bricks, play Graph, Seer. Yeah, these cards suck to draw, but a lot of the times you can still combo with them in your hand, especially like with Torn Scales. You can just like send the Cloak, search, send Torn Scales, banish a card, summon it, and then just discard it, and you're usually going to be fine. But yeah, they still suck to draw, but they're definitely necessary. And then last 2 bricks that are monsters at least.
The only real bricks.
I know, yeah, these are terrible to draw.
When we were playing, I noticed that like the red eyes especially was in your hand.
I don't know, man. I play 5 bricks. Like, I have a super high chance of drawing them. That's just part of the deck that I play. So.
Oh no, I remember looking over actually, and then just like being like looking at your hand. But the game was like game 1, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. It's a red eyes. And then game 2, it was red eyes, and I was like, whoa, you need to shuffle.
Yeah, it likes me. What can I say? And then for the hand traps, played 3 Ash, counterfeit, and then
yeah, these aren't real ashes.
3 Droll. These are the only 6 hand traps that I decided to play.
Were these the correct 6 hand traps?
I think so. So the reason I picked these, Ash is very generic. It hits just about every deck. It's never going to be dead, which I like. And then Droll is a card that can say no to a lot of decks that we expected to see. So like Dogmatica Invoked, Dragon Link, Dino, all of those decks we thought would be really popular, and this card can just end their turn. So, yeah. And then also played 3 Cosmic. I've said this before in other profiles. Our locals and case tournaments, they love to play back row, and there's also a lot of Mystic Mine running around, and I really just didn't want to be in a situation where I couldn't out those cards or I couldn't beat a back row deck in game 1. Like, I didn't want to just be completely helpless. So I played these. I played these also over Twin Twister just because they banish, and that's really relevant, especially against like Eldritch decks and everything like that. So it's quick.
Do you think that Twin Twister would have been merited because you have so many graveyard effects, or no?
It's in the side deck, but I don't know. I thought Cosmic was enough. I like that. I like the banishing. Okay. And then also this was another level 3 extender, but it's a spell, so we moved it into the start of the deck.
Close enough.
Yeah. And yeah, this one's really good. Yeah, big fan. It's like the Dangers, but you don't have to discard cards, which is cool. Yeah, that was another thing about the Dangers. Sometimes it would conflict because you would have bricks in your hand, and you didn't want to activate a Danger, so you'd be like forced to wait until you had Torn Scales on field or something, but I don't know, still good. And then, speaking of bricks, played the Red Eyes Fusion.
The best brick.
Yes. Not, yeah, seriously. Not much to say about that one. Although if you do draw it, you typically just end on a different line of play. You just don't make Dragoon and you save it for the next turn. It's good follow-up, put it that way. And then played the Rhoda. Yeah, cards busted. It's that one for a reason.
Searches everything.
Basically. And then Phantom Knights played Fogblade, Wing, and then the Italian Brigandine.
Common.
I know. All common. But anyways, even though they're common, they still have some pretty cool effects. I think I've mentioned this before, but I played this one just because I can activate it and it go to the grave, and that's really helpful, especially in grind game. Just having another Phantom Knight in there that can revive your cards. I also like having multiple cards that can revive per turn, because these are obviously once per turns. So like being able to have 2 of them in there, that's really helpful. So that's it for the main deck. Go on to the extra deck.
How many cards?
40 cards.
I was waiting for you to say 41 so I could stop the video.
Nope. Never that. All right, and then for the extra deck, for the XCs, played Levier, Jaja, Breaksword, Nightmare, and then Big Daddy Zeus. So
that's my dad. That's why I did well.
Yeah, this card's insane.
You want to sell it to me?
Afraid not. But anyways, these 2 are part of your normal combo. Obviously, this one too, you can like pop cards, which is nice. You basically just pop 2 cards, summon them back, link them off into Verte Anaconda, and then you search out the Brigandine, and then you summon that, and then you can make Nightmare. That's like one of your standard lines of play. This is cool because you can out problem cards like Dragoon that can't be targeted just with 2 level 3s, assuming you've baited it out already. And then on top of that, it's like an easy way to go into Zeus. So like, I mentioned this in another profile. A lot of the times I was noticing that I didn't have a good push after I made Dragoon and they outed that board. So being able to just have 2 level 3s and then end on this is really helpful. And then Levier, this is cool too for like some of the combos and recurring your resources. Yeah. Very nice. So those are the XYZs. And then for links, played 2 Cherubini, 1 Bardiche. I think 1 Bardiche is fine. I never really felt like I needed another one, especially like once you burn through all of your Phantom Knight traps, it's not that good anymore. It kind of loses its value, so I didn't feel like I needed to play more. 2 Cherubini is definitely necessary though. If they break your board, you can get to 2 level 3s and kind of kickstart your engine, and you can link climb with it. It's a good card, no doubt. Because this is something I'm going to keep, so I'm not going to. And then for the Link 1s, played All Mirage, Link Spider. So this kind of helps with the deck's consistency. This allows you to have any Phantom Knight basically, and then you'll still have a Dragoon. Also with Link Spider, this is nice because you can turn your Brigandine into an effect monster, which is really important. And then played the 1 Unicorn. I felt like this was enough. I don't think I needed any. Oh, excuse me. You got to edit that out.
Wasn't even in the camera.
Oh, it was, bro. You're still editing it out.
No, I'm not.
So played the 1 Unicorn. Yeah, I don't think I needed Phoenix or Cerberus or anything like that. This was plenty. And then you use this a lot of the time so that you can make The Boy, Access Code Talker. This card just ends games. I like this better than Boral Sword because it's easier to make than Boral Sword, but it essentially does the same thing. So, and then a lot of the times too, it can be a good way in late game. Like you can clear their board with this card and then just search out like a Fog Blade. And if it's a simplified game state, a lot of the times they can't do anything through that. So, and you're just gonna kill them next turn. And then played Appaloosa. So we talked about this a lot. We decided to play this card just because it gives you an alternative line of play, and it helps you play around Super Poly. So we were noticing that card was just a blowout whenever people were siding it against me. So basically, we would change the combo so that we would end on this for 3, and then we would have double Fog Blade, and then the Bardiche on field. Yeah, so we would have all of that, and then we wouldn't have to worry about getting super polyed, really. And we would also have a ton of Phantom Knights engraved because we would make Levier before that. So even if they do have the super poly and they set it, it's not going to matter because we're going to have so much engraved for next turn that they won't be able to stop us with just that. So, yeah, I was a big fan of this card. I think it was a good last-minute addition. And then, yeah, 2 crazy cards.
Yeah, the best card. In the
yeah, no, this card right here, this Dragoon, gives you such a push playing Phantom Knights. Definitely necessary. I remember trying to cut it because I hate the bricks, but it just wasn't as strong, and I just couldn't win as often, so I decided to keep it in. And then onto the side deck. So let me organize this a little bit. So for the back row removal, play 3 Twin, and then we play Broken One-Ofs. I would probably play Lightning Storm in place of these, but I don't know. These were still really good. I don't have Lightning Storms right now, so I felt like I could just substitute them with these for now.
Yeah.
This card's insane because you can just either OTK or you can just wipe their entire field with a Zeus. This card's good because back row decks are small, and this puts a lot of pressure on them. Duster because Duster, and then Twin Twisters because Twin Twisters. And again, you can discard cards and get them into the grave, so it's pretty cool. And then going first, this was like basically the only cards that I sided. 2 anti-spell, 1 order. Felt like this was enough. A lot of the cards that people side against you are stuff like Dark Ruler or like Droplet. So this card, Order, can stop both of those, and anti-spell can at least stop Dark Ruler. So I felt like that was pretty good. And a lot of the power spells too, like Nadir Servant, Double Evolution Pill, like all of those cards that Dinos and all the other good decks need, you can just stop them with these, which is cool. And then Lancia because it's really strong right now, and then Dark Ruler because also really strong.
Yeah, best card.
Yeah, no, this card was insane. Shout out to Corey for dropping this on me in the last match. I lost that one, so yeah, good card.
Any shout-outs?
Yeah, shout out to Corey for hosting the 3v3. It's a lot of fun. Can't wait for the next one. Shout out to Dirty Yugi and the boys, our team, and the YouTube channel. Best YouTube channel, best team. And shout out to Wheeler and Tommy. Those were my teammates on the team. So, yeah, pulled through.
All right, this is Dirty Yugi from Dirty Yugi and the boys signing out. Have a good day.